Wah, wah.
Plus, I was getting hot. I need my legs to be cool. Prima donna.
I need your face to be... Can I get you a bottle of water, Mr. Moo?
No. Mountain Dew.
Get you a massage? Get you a back rub?
Oh, that would be nice. That'd be very nice.
And get you some of D's for your mouth?
Ha, ha, ha.
All right. So, yeah.
That was lame.
I think we're live.
Are we live?
Yeah. See?
Howdy.
Check that out.
Woo!
Hey, everybody. We're just chit-chatting away here.
We're on the internet.
Yeah, well, shit happens.
Well, it's been a week.
It's been 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah. I've been gone. Sorry.
Yeah.
How dare you? Long days.
But yeah, so...
Can't take a long night.
Welcome back to Driven Tech. I am Brad.
I'm Travis.
That's Travis, like you said. It's true. I can attest to that.
This is me.
So anyways, yeah, welcome back to yet another exciting episode.
So somebody's taken the time to watch us instead of an amazing fight that's supposedly going on right now.
Yeah, I doubt that's going to happen. But then again, the audience that we're catering to probably wouldn't be very much interested in the fight anyhow.
Who's this Mayweather? Who are
It's-
Mayweathers?
I don't understand. It's almost September.
He's gonna feel the punch of an angry Irishman.
An
That's all
angry
that's gonna
Irishman. An angry Irishman.
As we're doing this, but I'm for Team McGregor. Fuck the Mayweathers.
Oh well.
I like the underdog.
So yeah, since we've been gone away for a little bit,
Yeah. What's going on?
so we don't, there's not a lot of news. I think that I wanted to focus on. I think we're actually going to keep this to a bit of a shorter episode, and then move on to a little bit of gaming.
So we
Actually,
play more games.
yeah. So to explain what happened after last week, my computer decided to not record like 5 episodes when it was supposed to be recording.
Of pure gold.
Oh, and it was great. Yeah, so we're gonna debate internally here about whether or not to resume that one, because then I basically just have to click through and get back to where we were.
And I forget how many voices we were doing for that one. Maybe we'll do the
We'd have to watch our stuff again.
We'd have to. Well, I know like 2 or 3 of the guys. I was like, oh, I have 2 fallbacks.
Well, I know my one guy was my best impersonation of Rick that I can do. Rick
Right.
Sanchez. So that's always good.
Yeah. And then the lead is the overly flamboyant.
effeminate Southern gentleman. Yes.
Oh yeah. I was like, okay, how much further is this game going? Yeah.
I can go all day.
Right.
I got none but patience.
I think the gold they will miss out was my Stallone or Rocky as what it looks like in the game thus far. That's like, is he really trying to hit on this one?
That's one of the better voices, actually. I thought I enjoyed that. Anyways,
Going
so
from win to Stallone.
yeah, so we've been up to a bit. We've been doing a lot of experimenting with a lot of the cryptocurrency mining still. I had a graphics card blow up on me. That was fun.
And I missed the fire.
Yeah, it's called a little bit of smoke.
My other duty is fixing that thing. I could have been standing by with a fire extinguisher.
Although, to be honest, it was just it's just one of those random things that happened. I've got 20 other graphics cards that are fine, but this one just is like, well, I'm a capacitor that hates my life, so here I go.
Was it one of the open ones,
Hmm?
or was it in a case? I couldn't remember.
No, it's one of the open ones.
Still would have been bad if I hit it with a fire extinguisher.
Oh God, yeah, I would have killed you. I just shut the power off and it was fine.
Oh come on! I wanted to be like the one robot from Iron Man, where he's like, "Dope."
Now, if you had like a super teeny tiny like finger size one, yeah, like Banaka.
The can air. Just stick the can air upside down.
But yeah, so that happened. But anyways, yeah, so I've been doing some experimenting. I got some cloud mining stuff going on. And I think I'm actually going to start transitioning a lot of my stuff to the cloud mining, because not having to pay the ginormous power bill is kind of a fantastic idea.
Here's the
so there's that.
There's the upside with the downside to experimenting with, like, hey kids, start your own mining rig at home.
Well,
don't tell your parents.
And it was a lot more relevant, a couple
Right.
months ago, when the difficulty wasn't as high as it is,
A little too late.
things have exploded. I mean, I don't think we're late. It's just, the kind of investment that it would require to really make any headway, especially with Metropolis coming, which is the Ethereum fork. Especially with that coming, it's just not worth it for smaller time miners like us. Whereas, we can go towards something else that's a little bit more profitable. Whether it be script mining or SHA 256 mining, something that's a little more along the lines of what your small at-home person can kind of accomplish for a little bit lower of a cost for return. So we've been playing around with that. Let's see what else. I built a Raspberry Pi last week. Yeah, that was fun. I built the little Raspberry Pi with the 7-inch touchscreen, like all that kind of stuff.
Oh, yours is built in, so you don't have to hook it up to a monitor.
Yeah, I can do everything there. And I went ahead and got an emulator put on it, so like a little mobile gaming thing.
Nice.
Yeah, it's actually quite a bit of fun. Now, disclaimer, so no one tries to come after me for copyright infringement. I've only downloaded ROMs for the games of which I have currently that I purchased, because especially with the repeal of a lot of the stuff for ISPs, SJ34, I think it was, back in April. ISPs no longer have to notify you when your private information has been breached, and they no longer have the restrictions they used to with recording all of your online activity and then using it for the purpose of marketing. Which also means they're going to be collecting everything you do, and if the government comes after it, they're going to hand it over. So that I'm not too terribly happy about.
Clear your browsers.
No, well, I mean, that's everything on the ISP's end. So everything that routes through their servers is recorded. So unless you're using a VPN, which at this point I highly recommend anybody watching this does, go ahead and do that if you actually value your online privacy.
I think I need to purchase one of those.
They're not expensive. I think I can get a license for $3 if we want to split the cost.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, so I definitely recommend getting a VPN at this point.
I need to see how that works.
So yeah, if anybody is interested in looking at the Raspberry Pi type of stuff, setting up like a little emulator console,
right? Those are cool, but it's like,
or a media center. You can use it as a media center. I mean, it's full 1080. It's got its own built-in HDMI. So.
I had one guy at work that's like, dude, have you seen these Raspberry Pis? I was like, I was playing with emulators in high school.
Well, I mean, it's not just for that. I mean, they're so customizable.
Right, but his whole thing was, cool, I get to play these video... I was like, I was playing NES emulators back in high school, buddy. Which you would have been in college.
And actually,
Ace... I know now with Raspberry Pis, the emulators, you can play more like the 64...
No, you can play up to like PlayStation 2 games on them now.
Right.
Because they're 1.2 gigahertz quad-core processors now. And they have dedicated graphics.
Tiny... Everything's gotten smaller and more powerful. Where back in the day...
And especially Asus actually came out with what they are calling a Raspberry Pi killer. It also has an ARM quad-core processor, but it's running at 1. Oh, God, I knew this. It was either 1.6 or 1.8 gigahertz.
Right.
And it's also capable of 4K video output over HDMI.
Right, and all those games from back in the day...
And it has twice the RAM.
Right, all those games back in the day weren't super... Now, compared, they're not huge.
Yeah, they're not. Well, number one, they're not huge, and two, they weren't super process intensive.
No, because it's power or tech of that day and age, which was,
but so they came out with that
15 years ago.
And I'll do a little bit more research on it, because I'd love to do a video on comparing like the Tinkerboard, the Raspberry Pi, and then this other one that I saw. It's another mini computer board, single board like that, but it runs an Intel quad-core processor. It's like a no kidding processor, and it's actually capable of driving 3 4K displays because it has the integrated graphics on the Intel chip.
As long as I can play all my classic video games, I'm all for it.
So that one's actually sounds pretty good, because it sounds promising, because you can run full on Windows on it. Then you can play Steam games. I mean, it opens up possibilities for mini computing.
Instead of having like a big gaming rig plugged into your TV.
Yeah, if you're just like, if you just want to play like emulators, or if you want to, in fact, if you just, for instance, like you want to stream games off of your computer with Steam, you can keep your computer wherever, and then have that one little box in your entertainment center, and just stream a game from your Steam library directly to it. So that's I could see that being a much better at home
or
possibility.
Portable. You just like take it with you on vacation.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
If rainy,
and then you have
you're in a hotel.
Yeah, and then you have
Party
you have your hard drive of like iTunes movies and stuff that you've downloaded, and then you just use that as your facilitator.
Hub.
Yeah, your hub.
All right.
So it's pretty cool stuff. So I actually wouldn't mind doing a video on that. And the nice thing too about some of these smaller computers like that is they have a lot of possibilities out there for kids. So like you can teach them programming and hardware setup, and teach them about different things. And I actually think that's really.
Or old dogs.
Really cool, yeah. Because everything's headed towards digital stuff, right. So it's good. It's good knowledge to have.
All
right. But anyway, so now
like I'm out of frame.
I guess now we'll. You are a little bit out of frame.
Over.
I can't.
Well,
I got the indents in my.
Yeah, if you didn't sit in your chair all day long.
In my chair pad, I don't. I barely come in here except when we're working.
Yeah, but when you're sitting, it's just like rotate.
So all the content that we're going to be talking about today, I actually got on my game this time.
Yeah, it's already loaded.
And I posted the links in the description below. So, yeah, go me.
Hey, look at you being productive.
I'm trying to be semi-professional anyway.
That's the word I was looking for. Not productive, professional.
So anyways, moving right along. So, first order of business. And now you're going to see this blip just because I have to make sure that keystroke actually worked. Because we've run into problems like that. So we have reports that the AMD RX Vega graphics cards are still undergoing a shortage as of right now, and that will last till October, but not because of miners. It was actually a logistics issue, according to AMD, where they had shipped tens of thousands of cards out, but unforeseen, shipping delays or,
weather.
I guess missed deliveries or whether whatever the reason is for all of the distribution nationwide, it caused a shortage in a lot of places. Now, they have stated that they are back in stock on Newegg. They are back in stock at Amazon. But even my local retailer had two of them the other day, and they're going as high as $700 right now for a card that was supposed to retail at $499.
Supply, demand?
Supply and demand, sure, but it'd be nice if you could just get a card nowadays at retail at MSRP, when it's released.
They ain't the only ones that do it. New cars come out, guess what? Especially the high-end sports car, guess what? It's going to go up. So you ain't going to pay MSRP for a ZR1 Vet.
I would. But then again, I'm a cheap son of a gun.
Right. But dealership ain't going to want MSRP. They ain't going to make any money off of it.
Yes, they will.
No, they won't.
Yeah, they have.
They don't make squat.
Yes,
the banks
they do.
They make their money off the
MSRP is different than invoice. Invoice price is lower than... I worked at a car dealership.
Right, but they ain't going to make their money until the bank's done with it.
No, because then the bank makes money.
No, because if right now I could go screw over Akins if I go refinance my car, they don't make a squat off the minivan.
Well, that's what I mean. Is like the bank is the one that makes the money off the financing. The dealership makes money off the difference between the invoice price.
But you can totally screw them over if you go refinance within the first month. They won't make much off of the deal if you refinance. Well, no, because bank.
But what I'm saying is, whatever the sale price is, as long as they're whatever percentage is built into that, they've made their money. Like, they're good.
Okay.
And then after that, it's all bank.
Right. But still, it's like, it's MSRP at this. Well, dealership wants X amount. They jack it up about another
a little bit, yeah. Well, if they add dealer options, yeah, I get that.
Not dealer options.
So the next thing that's actually
derailment.
Everybody knows that the iPhone 8 is going to be coming out in the near future because Apple releases a new phone about every 2 years. But according to WCCF Tech, according to them, the next big thing is not necessarily the iPhone 8. It is AR, augmented reality, smart glasses, and this is all coming from a firm called Bernstein Securities. Basically,
so you don't have to wear a mask.
Right. It's just like let me switch it over here. If you can see here, I don't know if this is like a true rendering from Apple, if this is just a fan made thing. But they're basically talking about how this could be the next big thing for Apple because now they're going to be integrating a lot of their technology into augmented reality. So you're going to be seeing like heads-up displays. I mean, imagine like real-time GPS directions while you're in it. You don't have to hold anything. You could just be walking along, and you could still see stuff, and you don't have to stare down at your phone.
Or what they like to call is wearable,
it's a wearable
exactly. Technology. like the watch.
Exactly. It's basically going to be like the watch, but in glasses form.
Well, remember Google did the Google Glass, which was like half a pair of glasses or a little thing across the eye. So if they're doing full specs,
so, and then according to these guys too, the technology is not going to be around at the same time as the iPhone 8. They're expecting it to take about 3 to 4 years.
Oh yeah, so there's going to be a lot of R&D.
Yeah, so they're basically, what it sounds like is that they're going to come out with the iPhone 8, look at the hardware performance and software optimization for that, and then later on come out with the glasses, kind of like they did with the iPhone 7 and the Apple Watch. So
and I'm watching Samsung do the same thing right behind them.
Exactly.
Because that's the big battle.
Oh, sure. I mean,
it's Apple and Samsung.
If it's not in technology, it's in court, one or the other. Tell me I'm wrong.
Well, it's like, you did this first. You copy off us. No, you copy off us.
You copied our 28-pin power data connector. No, we didn't. You copied our VR Shut up, Ollie.
I think i7's little power cord thing is stupid.
Well, it's USB-C. I mean, I like it.
You can't plug a pair of regular headphones into it.
Sure you can. You just have to have an adapter.
Yeah, if you don't have an adapter, you're hosed.
No, Bluetooth.
If you don't have Bluetooth,
then get Bluetooth.
How much? Most soundboards don't have Bluetooth.
How much is a Bluetooth headset nowadays? Like $30, $40. If you have an iPhone 7, you can afford $30
for the one's worth of crap. Like, but these were $60.
Yeah, but that's only $60 for. You're pairing it with a $750 phone.
Cheap. Beach. I won't pay how much for what? No.
You're a crazy person is what you are.
Yes, I am. Very crazy.
So, in a little bit more PC news, the Core i7 8700K is showing 6-core performance, and their Intel's benchmarks are showing it surpassing the Ryzen 7 1700 and the i7 7800X. So if these benchmarks are anywhere even near correct, that could be decent for Intel.
Look, they pulled this out of the box. Guess what? Here comes ours. Donk.
Right. Let's see if they say anything about pricing.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's like, watch there still be double the price, which is always true. Like AMD's highest 8 cores always 2.5, at least $400 cheaper than
something like
Intel's
that. Yeah.
Always, and they both do the same thing.
WCCF Tech is saying they hope to see the chip around $300, but we'll see. I doubt that they're going to sell a 6-core CPU for anything less than $4,500.
Right, and if he was saying that for i7, I'm like,
yeah, no, I don't see that happening. But anyways, you can see benchmarks according to them.
Right.
They have a couple with Prime 2.10.
They have graphs.
Oh.
I like graphs.
My little techie pants are a little more moist now. Anyways, it looks like it's going to be a 95 watt TDP, 3.7 gigahertz base clock, 4.7 gigahertz turbo clock, which definitely beats out the 7800X. And it's still a 6-core 12 thread. So it's basic, so what wouldn't make sense to me in this is why would they release a better chip for less money after the 7800 if they believe so much in their 7800? It doesn't make a lot of sense, right?
Right.
Why not just say, that's cool, AMD, you got that. We've been developing this 8700 that's going to kick the pants off your 1700, your Ryzen 7 1700, and we're going to offer it for about the same price point, and it's going to run circles around you. Why not just do that? And we went over this, weeks ago. Well, actually, I think over a month ago when all that whole X299 motherboard and Intel Core i7 and i9 stuff first started coming out. So either way, it'll be interesting to see what the actual price point is. Now, the other thing that's going to be good about this is probably, I say probably because I don't know, is this will also probably have the special, hardware stuff for streaming Netflix in 4K and you know, all that kind of stuff that is supposedly only good on the i7 on Kaby Lake processors. So it'll probably have that same kind of deal. So if it is a decent price point in relation to Ryzen, that'll be nice for people wanting to build higher horsepower gaming / home entertainment PCs. You know, that they want to stream in 4K, they'll actually be able to do it with that, whereas you cannot with Ryzen. So that'll be good.
It happens.
It does happen.
Yeah, you know, when AMD's like, finally we pull ahead. Intel's like, that's so cute.
Well,
Hold on.
Well, no, Intel at first was like, oh my god, what the fuck are we going to do?
And
we're
now building stuff.
And now they're going, oh, okay, we got something for you. We got this.
Well, the marketing guys are like, where their engineers or their techs are like, we've been working on this for a while. What are you talking about?
We should have talked about this next thing after we talked about the Apple glasses. But anyways, apparently the upcoming Apple TV will be streaming in 4K. Hooray for people with home entertainment and 4K TVs.
Yeah,
it's been a long time coming.
Everybody's going to have to run out and buy 4K TVs, because if you don't have a 4K TV, you're not going to see 4K pictures.
But 4K TVs nowadays, they're so ubiquitous. I mean, you can go and get a 55-inch 4K TV for less than $1,000 now. I mean, they're nothing.
But see, I'm still one of those old... I'm sitting here in 1995 going, why do I want to pay $500,000 for a TV? I don't even want to pay $1,300.
So go pay $700 for a 4K TV.
I don't want to pay that much for a bloody TV.
Then stick with 1080. You're fine. I like my 4K.
4K was a Christmas gift.
4K's 4K, son. I don't care where it comes from.
He likes his compressed 4K. 4K. 4K sounds like 4K.
When I'm gaming in 4K,
okay, yes, it is.
Shit ain't compressed.
Right. Straight here, game DVD. Yes, that is amazing. Bright picture. Internet, not so much.
Oh no. That I'll
your true HD, your Air HD is still going to be the best looking picture out there.
They're saying it's going to do 4K. But the nice thing about the Apple TV is that since you can download movies from iTunes, if you download a 4K movie, you know, if available, then you'll actually be able to watch really good 4K content.
You know how long that's going to take?
Not long. I mean, with internet speeds nowadays, I mean,
was it 4K, a full 4K 2.5 hour or 2 hour movie, I think is almost 8 gigs big.
That's okay. I just downloaded a 30 gig game in 45 minutes.
Still 45 minutes? I don't want to wait that
Yeah, that's
long.
Also 30 gigs. You're talking 4 times the size. So, you know, in 10, 15 minutes, I can download a 4K movie.
Old
download,
HD
go make my popcorn, and then come back, and it's good to go. You know.
Still take it. Okay, plan accordingly.
Yes, exactly.
Don't be like, hey, I want to download this, and well, maybe I'll eat some popcorn. I wanted to watch this like 30, 20 minutes ago. No, download it when you wake up in the morning, so that way, by the end of the day, hey, movie time.
Again, that new Apple box, not only being 4K, but it will also be HDR compliant. So you'll have a little bit wider of a color range there for some of your, like Guardians of the Galaxy 2 in HDR. Why would you want to not watch it in HDR?
This is true. Some movies.
Yeah, some movies are going to be very well optimized for that.
Any Pixar movie.
They're also testing programming from apps that already offer live streaming for 4K streaming. Granted, it's going to be compressed, but still, it does offer you the additional pixels, so you're taking advantage of it. The Chromecast Ultra already does 4K streaming, NVIDIA Shield. So Apple's just kind of catching up now to small 4K streaming boxes. And if they can end up bringing something a little bit better to the table, then, you know, good for them.
At this point, I'm be like, why is anybody even paying for satellite TV?
I mean, I'm considering, I would honestly be very tempted to just get rid of cable. Because we watch almost everything on Netflix, Hulu, Crunchyroll, and I mean, we hardly watch anything live TV now.
Right.
I mean,
for like
you know,
news or
and then
whatever.
We do have HBO. But now that Game of Thrones last season is going to be done, who needs HBO?
No, you got one more season.
Yeah, but I mean, like, once that's done, why do I need HBO anymore?
This is true. Hmm. And yeah.
Okay, I don't know what this guy is all about.
What?
But we're gonna remove these.
What the heck?
Some guy's trying to spout like white supremacy stuff in the channel, and that's not cool.
Using Deutschland? What the heck is wrong with you?
I don't know. I'm definitely deleting.
Germans don't like their old Germans.
And blocked.
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy, right?
I bet you it's a bot.
Oh, you know it is, but still, that's garbage. Anyways, I apologize if anyone saw that in the chat. That's just awful.
What the heck?
Yeah.
What are we in, like, some... The only time I ever want to see that is when I'm watching Indiana Jones, because he's just going to sock him across the face, or his face is going to melt.
Yeah, I wish I could. Beat that sucker over the head with my microphone arm. Anyways, so that's...
I wouldn't want to waste a microphone on that.
No, it's just the arm. The microphone
Oh,
stays
okay.
This was only like $20.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So, kind of to bridge the gap here between technology and cars now.
Well, we always try to do this.
Well, we do try. How successful we are is questionable. Apparently, since gas tax revenues have been dipping as of recently, with the rise of hybrid cars, fully electric cars, and self-driving cars, states
fully electric ain't.
The states of Oregon and Illinois have implemented a VMT, or vehicle miles travel tax pilot program that would try to make up the difference in declining fuel tax revenues with just a tax on miles traveled per vehicle for self-driving cars. So basically, they want to track your car.
Self-driving?
Yeah, so basically what they're saying is they want to track your car, measure how many miles you're driving, and impose a tax based on the miles. So that would essentially involve you signing over your right to privacy to the state. Because then you can just drive anywhere and not have them not... Now, granted, they can still track you because all these cars have GPS in them anyways, but you'd be knowingly
I ain't tracking my 72 gas guzzler.
That's what I mean.
But keep them fossil fuels going.
As far as like self-driving and
I don't want
electric cars.
Nope. I don't want somebody else being in control of my car.
Do you have GPS on your phone? Shh. Anyways, we're not going to get into that. But anyways, so...
I do have it, but I turn it off.
And the policymakers have to know that is a huge deal for your average person.
Yeah.
Like, privacy's a big deal. People don't want to just like, oh yeah, screw it. I want you knowing everything I do.
No,
that's why you're seeing the rise of cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum, Monero and Zcash, which are totally anonymous. I don't necessarily want
Big
the
Brother
government
looking over
always looking at it. I know if they really want to follow what I'm doing, I know they're going to have a way. Whether it be a person following me or whether they're tracking my whatever. But I would not knowingly sign over my right to privacy just because I want a car that drives itself. It wouldn't happen.
Do we have self-driving cars yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, but not like own like manufacturers
Teslas.
making them.
Teslas.
Oh jeez.
BMW has a self-driving thing. You can actually drive a route, and the car will take you back on that route.
Stop Go does everything for you. I thought they only limited it to like highway cruising.
Well, Tesla does. But the BMW one, no. Remember on Top Gear years back when they took it around the track?
Oh, those things are actually in production now.
Yeah.
Are they selling them here? I
doubt
in
the
it.
US. That's why they're introducing bills on self-driving cars.
You're still in the car.
And because semis have now transitioned into being self-driving. And that's another thing that they're wanting to tax.
Those things don't need to be self-driving.
Why not?
Oh, yeah, because then you wouldn't have to worry about
guys falling asleep at the wheels, people cutting them off, and getting the drivers. I mean, there's a lot of advantages, but at the same time,
driving that are cutting.
There's a lot of disadvantages to that because there's the whole jobs thing. Do you assign a self-driving truck to a driver and they get the revenue for the route? That's a lot of gray area that has to be worked out, in my opinion.
You don't need to be taxed on that. The gas is still going to be here. We're still going to be using fossil fuels. You don't need to tax every bloody thing.
Oh, but they want to because they want to spend more. Anyways, we're not going to turn this into politics.
Which is the driving money, and that is the driving force.
The other thing the other reason that they're wanting to levy this additional taxation is because, especially in like your cities, a lot of people have been moving away from driving their own vehicle to catching Ubers, Lyfts, ride sharing. So now you've got one driver shuttling, 30 people around in a day, whereas before they had to figure out their own way to get around, and they've been using less gas and paying less taxes. So they're just trying to make up this.
People that live in the city anyway do that from the get-go.
Not all, but it's just that type of technology.
No, they ride public transportation.
Yeah, but now they don't have to. You see, what I'm saying is that people that did want to drive themselves around because they didn't want to have to ride a bus or get a taxi cab, now they get a Lyft or an Uber because it's cheaper and it's more comfortable.
Well, you're still
like if I want,
but those guys are still going to be stuck in New York.
Like if I lived in, say, okay, perfect example. If I lived in New York and I wanted, well, actually no, they're outlawed in New York. So let's say I lived in
the taxi drivers would.
Yeah, there's a taxi union.
Okay, Atlanta,
so let's say I lived in downtown Atlanta, for instance, and it was like 2:00 in the morning, and I really wanted to go to like, one of the 24-hour restaurants that's there, and I didn't, and I don't want to own a car because I live in the city. Am I going to try and hop a bus at 2 in the morning? No, I'm not, because there's no buses that are running at 2 in the morning. So am I going to call a taxi? Hell no, I'm not going to call a taxi because
there's have taxis down there.
Yeah, they do. You think they don't have taxis in Atlanta?
Not like New York taxis, but not like a fleet or an armada.
But what I mean is, I'm not going to call one of those where I'm going to pay more for a less comfortable experience.
And you don't want to walk 4 blocks to the nearest Waffle House.
Well,
because face it, that's the only thing that's open at 2 in the morning.
No, there's the Thomas. There's what is that place called? I'll show you after this.
Hey, yeah, but anyways, what other place is open at 2 in the morning?
Right off of Peachtree Street, there's this 24-hour place that I've eaten at before.
It's
been there for years,
or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's been there for years.
Right.
Like years and years and years.
You're either gonna walk to it or.
Well, like if I have to work down there at a hotel, and it's 3/4 of a mile away, when I get off work at midnight, 1:00 in the morning, I am not
Uber.
walking my happy butt.
Uber.
Yeah. So, anyways,
but that Uber, I don't know why they got to charge tax because they're still making money off the guy that's driving.
A little bit, but they're not making as much as if you drove yourself.
That's one person compared to the entire amount of people that live in that state anyway.
No, but it's cumulative. So if that one person again is driving 30 people and they only have to fill up once a day.
You know what all this is? Spilt milk and they're crying.
No, what it is taxes.
Yeah, spilt milk. They're losing taxes because people don't have to pay them because they don't own a freaking car.
I'm just telling it like it is, sir. We're just
reporting
the news.
But most of those people that don't have that make more income anyway and get taxed on that. Yeah, it's all stupid. It's all really, really freaking stupid.
Well, the alternative. No, nope. I said we weren't going to turn this into politics. It's so easy.
Boom. Yeah. Barrel push.
I'm having to push the easy button on the stop mechanism on that one.
That was simple.
Yeah, right. That was easy. So we're gonna do what we usually do now.
Right, but it was like easy. That whole, half of it. How many people can own Teslas? Pick 3 cars that are all electric.
Tesla, Nissan Leaf, and what's that other one?
One. How many people can actually afford a Tesla?
You can afford a Nissan Leaf.
They're not the most attractive things I've hardly seen. Well,
if you're into all electric,
never mind. I've seen a fleet of them at the Coke Building.
Yeah, like I said, right. And then I know there's another one out there, and it's
the BMW i3.
Yes, thank you. I was trying to think of it.
Thing.
Or no, because even the i8 has a small reserve tank and a gas engine.
Right, that's a hybrid.
Yeah, technically,
it's still a hybrid. 2 engines working in tandem, hybrid.
It's mostly electric.
Mostly. Well, those are still going to save you more money than either of the other ones. One, because you don't have to wait for recharge time, and you're not like range anxiety out the yin yang.
Well, the guy that I know that has a Tesla says he gets great range out of his.
Right, but
and he got his in.
How religiously does he put his thing on the charger?
Every night.
See, where's that? One night you forget. You get lazy and you forget.
It'll send you a notice that your battery's low.
Yeah, but I bet there's some stories where guys are just like, yeah, they ignore it and They forget.
Well, no.
Human. We are human.
But they also have a quick charge function too. So if it gives you the notification,
how long does that quick charge still? You know what I'm getting at?
Because I think it's like 15 or 30
2
minutes.
minutes. I put some petrol in the tank and I'm off.
15 or 30 minutes. But if you're the type of person to buy a fully electric car, you don't care about the convenience of gas. You know what I mean? Like, you've spent more money for lower maintenance and to save the environment. And
let's just put it what it is. Like, look at me, I have a Tesla.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I have.
Now they are not to say anything bad about Teslas because they are nice cars.
Oh yeah, they're beautiful.
I mean, they look good. They are very
pricey.
They are quick. They're good at what they do.
They are very pricey.
Yeah, sure they are.
Because the average American can't afford that
yet. But also remember, Tesla released all of their patents. Tesla is basically an open source car company. They released all of their designs so that if anyone really wanted to make their own, they could.
Right, but
no one's going to do it.
Yeah, the amount of money it takes to build a car.
Unless you have some
scratch.
Some nouveau riche millionaire that made his money off like being an IT guy in the 90s. It's like, oh yeah, I'm just going to 3D print this thing real quick. Oh, baby.
Because that doesn't meet any.
Because they do have titanium 3D printers now.
None of them make and that don't meet any crash ratings.
No, General Electric uses them to make airplane parts because they can make airplane parts on demand.
Right. Oh boy. Yeah, that makes you. Hold on, the plane's broken. Hold on, let me just print you a new part. Here you go. Huh?
Yeah. No. Because it saves on cost.
I know it saves on cost.
It's actually really cool.
To the average person sitting there on a plane waiting to go because they're waiting for a part to be printed, you're just
if a plane broke down, they get you on a different plane.
I know, but still, like you just get that nervous person sitting there in the seat, like, wait, we're waiting on the printer. We're waiting on a freaking Hewlett Packard to finish printing the parts to be shoved into this styrofoam so I can make my business meeting.
I'm just saying,
at 2 in the afternoon in Miami.
It's cool.
Yeah,
okay.
I get it. It's cool
stuff.
But I look at it at the other end, like somebody's like, "Wait, what?" You get that one person that's in the back seat, like, "We're waiting on what?"
You know that one. Well, unless it was Delta.
Well, yeah. But you always got that one crazy person in the back there, like, "Oh, I so want to mess with you. It's hilarious. It's great." Like they're afraid of flying. I'm like, then why are you even on this plane?
Because
what forced you?
Got to get from point A to point B quick. You gotta do what you got to do. So
an good old car and some music and just go. That's the way my grandparents do it.
So anyway, what are we like? We usually like to look up what Car and Driver was it?
Car and Driver, Motor Trend. And throw Hot Rod on there, why not?
God, you and your hot.
I love Hot. Oh, come on, old school. No school like old school.
I'm not saying there is any school like old school, but
Hyundai 2. Oh yeah, there we go. Front headlight. Ooh, what?
What?
A 1.6 Modern Wonder
video.
No.
Oh God! Stop!
I don't care about your Ford.
It got it to shut up.
Okay.
That's all I care about. Okay, let's see. What are we looking at here? Let's see. The new A8 comes with 3D sound.
Ooh.
The 2018 BMW M5. They got a review on that.
What do they got new in the M5? Same engine?
Let's check it out. Well, because they went to the V10.
Straight 6.
Yeah, right. Yeah, straight 6 turbo.
Well, they went from V8 to V10, back to V8.
No, they went from V10 to V8 twin turbo.
Okay.
Back to V10.
They did?
Yes.
Why don't they just do straight 6 turbo? Because all you gotta do is chip.
Well, because that's the M4.
All you gotta do is chip a dang a 335 turbo, and it will spank a stock M3 or M4.
Yeah, that's if you try. Well,
because this is the same engine.
If it's no, it's not the same engine.
Really?
No, there's like different cams and all that kind of stuff. No, you could still get.
It's still a straight 6 twin turbo.
Anyways, basically,
more boost.
Well, sure, but the N54s and I don't have to list my sources on this because there are tons of BMW owners of 335s that had the N54 engines, and they were nothing but trouble.
Really?
They had tons of issues with them. Now, the new N55s, they've ironed out a lot of the problems, and those are what you're finding in like the 340. The updated... But
still, chip those, and it's going to equal... So what are they putting in this one?
So let's see. We got standard 600 horsepower, twin turbocharged. So they're actually making it an all-wheel drive.
So they want
an all-wheel drive, 600 horsepower, twin turbocharged sedan.
Twin turbocharged what?
You gotta give me a
counting the cylinders? No counting the cylinders?
It does not seem to say.
Jack Mose.
Yeah, well.
Hey, it's turbocharged. Turbocharged what? Explain turbocharging.
Blah, blah, blah. No. That would take me far too long.
Thanks, May.
I could do it, but it would take me far too long.
Magical bits.
Yes. Something goes spinny whoosh and magic happens, and then a unicorn comes out the tailpipe. That's all you need to know. Yeah, smiles per gallon. That's all you gotta worry about.
Okay.
It doesn't. This article does not explicitly list.
Hey, look, the grill got bigger kidneys, sharper eyelids.
Yeah,
that's about it.
It's not actually saying anything about the engine.
And it's 4 doors. That's about it. It's 4 doors.
I mean, it's an M5. You know what else do you need to know? It's going to be fast. It's going to look good.
Looks comfy.
And it's going to be comfortable. Yeah, it's
push buttons. It's probably got that stop start. Do they still do that? The stop start.
Oh, I don't know.
It's at least the joystick's bigger. Hey, look, the iDrive's still there.
Mm-hmm.
Dunk, 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 dunk. At least it's not like Audi where they got, hey, look, I got the mouse trackpad. But that's like, people gonna get distracted by that.
But yeah, it looks like they've got pretty standard fare for some of the newer generation performance cars. They're gonna have suspension adjustments, steering setup, speedometer adjustments. You're gonna have your different modes.
Shift up.
You're gonna have manual shift mode. Yeah, all
got
that
the electric
stuff.
park button.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what the wheel looks like. Keep going. See the real. Ooh.
Like I said, it's a sharp looking car, but the M5, in my opinion, has been a very good looking car for generations. Pretty much any iteration that it's come in, it's looked good.
I like the very first with the V10.
I was a fan of those.
Yeah. Wait, what's the whole cockpit look like?
Blah, blah, blah.
Ooh. Oh.
Actually, I'm going to put that one up on screen because that is pretty snazzy
sharp.
It looks like, again, standard for BMW. It looks like an Alcantara leather interior. Lots of nice little paddles and
shifts and gadgets.
Yeah, it looks like I wonder what those two buttons right there are, the M1 and M2. I'd be interested to find out a little bit more about this car.
Probably racing modes.
I don't know.
Sport plus
racing.
Exhaust full on.
It's a sharp looking car.
I'm not so sure about the way okay, that's a better shot. When you go back, you look at the... Oh, wait, no, that's a different interior.
That's a different interior altogether. There it is. Now it's back.
I don't know if I like that space, and it looks like the dash right there is coming to a point and it's sticking out.
It is kind of, but I've seen that in more cars than just this. They did that in some Hondas. They did that in the Camaros. They've done it in quite a few cars. So that one doesn't really surprise me. They're just trying to make a little more space for people to put like little tablets and all that kind of crap in. Ooh, low battery on the laptop.
And that's a big computer screen that's sticking up out of the dash too.
Yeah, but
there's
again,
a vent behind it.
Yeah, that's been.
Okay.
I mean, look at a Tesla. The thing's like a 60-inch TV in the center of your car.
It's also all electric. You did pretty much. I'm paying that much for a car. It better do more than just heat my butt. Heat and cool my butt. It better be tickling something.
Apparently, and this was an article written in Motor Trend as well, and these are not articles that I have in the description below.
Right.
But you can look them up. Apparently, the wow.
Well, they had to.
Well,
it's obvious.
No, because originally they said they were not aware that there was
That's BS.
Yeah, but then he's resigned already, so.
Of course.
Who knows?
He ducked that bullet.
But he was apparently the chief executive officer was told as early as July of 2015 that there was an alternate software mode for emissions testing. So they knew about it.
So they basically could fake their sulfur levels or whatever.
But they even they actually convicted one of the former executives of crimes of criminal action for that. Yeah. So yeah, that's
all right. That was on Motor Trend.
Yeah, that's the other? Pretty serious
keep closing that? What's the other one's got? Let's see.
Okay, well, you know what? Let's get away from Motor Trend. Let's see what Carton Driver has, if anything.
Ooh.
There's a new Jaguar F-Type SVR convertible. It does look good.
You know what that looks like?
Let me go ahead and just pull that up real quick.
Better.
Looks nice. It's very snazzy.
Well, with that wing and whatnot,
almost what they gotta say.
Almost looks like
almost looks like the S2000.
Yes.
With that little special edition with the wing on it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But much peppier. Was it still supercharged V8?
Let's see. Well, it says it's got the looks. Here comes the boom, according to them.
Here comes the boom.
Yeah, supercharged 5-liter V8. Yeah, 575 horsepower and 516 foot-pounds of torque.
You know what else has a 5-liter V8?
At the same company that owns Jaguar?
No, Jaguar's back by themselves again.
Are they by themselves?
Yeah.
Again? You sure?
They
split back off?
They had split ties with Ford long ago, I believe.
Are you sure?
Yes. Well, because look, the Genesis had a 4.6 V8, and then now they got a 5-liter V8. It's not hard to make 5 liters. It's 302 cubic inches. I don't know how many way you splice it.
No, they are owned by Tata Motors. The jokes write themselves, people.
So, who owns Tata Motors?
Tata Motors is Motors is formerly Telco, short for Tata Engineering and Locomotive Company. They are an Indian multinational automotive manufacturing company in Mumbai.
Wow, India.
So Jaguar and Land Rover are owned by an Indian company.
So much for being pure British, where Ford is still owned by Ford.
No, there was a company in India that was like, screw them, we're taking it back. Hey, years of oppression from Europe, that's a giant 2 middle fingers to Great Britain. Said, we're buying 2 of your most iconic car brands, and it's owned in Mumbai now. Screw you.
You know what? In South Africa, it's going like, why didn't we think of this?
Right.
Oops.
Oh, man.
Where, guess what? Ford is still owned by the Ford family. Chevrolet was owned by the government for a while.
Oh, yeah.
Or Dodge is Italian.
Dodge is the same.
No, Dodge is owned by Italians.
So they went away from Mercedes.
Yeah.
And now they're owned by Italians.
Yep.
They're like the cheap American, like, prostitute in Europe.
They couldn't be held on.
They love Europeans.
If you look at it from old country, they went from
Daimler
states to the next.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
Which is one dictator for another.
There's some head of the company at Dodge going, I just love World War II, man. Let's just go to all the countries. I don't know.
Let's just go to both.
There's actually not a lot of new news that I'm seeing.
It's like,
because we saw about the Fit.
Right.
Ford F-150 has more engine and transmission choices.
Driving in darkness, experiencing great American.
Who cares?
Whatever. Yeah. Ooh, the Aston Martin DB11. Did we ever touch on that? What's that thing look like? That's what's. It's snazzy.
It's an Aston Martin. Yeah,
it's definitely an Aston Martin. Yeah. Wow.
Wasn't that in a Bond movie, the DB11?
No,
that was that special edition. That was the one-off.
One of 77. They only made 77 of them. Very expensive. And
actually, that was not even a production vehicle when they made that movie.
Well, yeah, not yet. It was just, that was a carbon, it was a shell on top of a Chevy.
You are
so
correct.
Bond was driving an LS car.
Okay, let's go see what Hot Rod magazine has to say.
Cool stuff. I don't know. Sometimes they got a nugget of awesomeness.
Well, I'm going to turn the volume down now because it's trying to play stuff.
Upgrade tech drive distributor to electric. Just neat articles. You always
if you're into car customization, you're into anything with pretty much any American car with a V8.
Right.
Go to hotrod.com because they got a lot of good stuff. Got lots of photos of NSRA stuff, Got some information on tech as far as like upgrading your old car. Lots of stuff from like car shows and meets, cruises, stuff like that. And they have a lot of really good articles stuff. Like how to, like just right on their front page, Chevy hydraulic roller cam, get the right distributor gear. I mean, just like stuff that maybe you might not think about, but
we need to probably read this for the 72. I don't even know what one we have in there. I don't know if I have a flat tappet or a roller.
Better have rollers for that engine.
Flat tappets ain't bad at high end. You just gotta break them in right.
No, but rollers are nice.
Dude, rollers give you higher RPM, but I have seen flat tappets go into about $6.5 grand just screaming power. If you got the right intake and carb setup on it.
Yeah, but let's
let's
just up the compression, get some rollers in there,
and throw a turbo.
Yeah, why not?
And some booski.
Yeah.
I just want to throw 150 shot at it, see what happens.
It'll handle it like a champ.
Once
we get everything worked out.
But anyways,
so I think that's gonna about do it. We're actually we're gonna go play a game.
Yeah, we're gonna play more games.
We're gonna go play Hellblade: Sensuous Sacrifice because that's a really pretty cool looking new game.
The graphics on it looked amazing, and it's got Vikings. I'm down. It's metal.
So yeah, we're gonna go play that. If you're wanting to see more Hustle Cat, please let us know in the comments below because we will go play that again because that was a blast. It really was. If you haven't watched it, go check it out.
Since your computer
maybe I'll go ahead and just
stupid and
actually maybe I'll just go ahead and put the link to that in the video here since I'm mentioning it so much. We'll go ahead and swap over.
Put the 2 episodes on there because I hate watching myself again, but trying to go back, it really got good.
It did after like 5-10 minutes.
After the first video, when you go into the second video,
because we
second or the third ones, it was getting
we kind of figured out what we were doing.
Very goofy.
So
and then your computer just goes.
So if you want to see that, we'll go back to that because that'll be a good time. Otherwise, thank you for watching. Thank you so much. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, or if you didn't like it, you can mark that too. If you want to see anything in particular on this channel, please let us know in the comments below.
Yeah, unlike this Jack Mo bot.
Well, that was in the chat, and that's just garbage.
Okay.
Let us know because we'll be more than happy to do. If we're able to, we'll do it. Basically, we're here for the viewers, not for just because we like running our sucks on the internet. Although that is
because
fun.
I'm like,
we're humble.
Oh, so you're saying we'll work for food or? More like everybody's like dance monkeys.
Yeah, I mean it's not like I have us on 3 different screens right now.
Oh. Eventually.
All right. So again, thanks for watching. Tune in next week, and we're gonna record a couple videos on this and release those as the week goes on. So,
okay, cool.
Yeah. Right, thanks for watching. Remember to visit us on Twitter at DrivenTech, and also you can look at everything on Twitch as well at also twitch.com/DrivenTech.
Sweet.
So thanks for watching. We'll see y'all later.
You've been driven.
Oh, come on.
We need a better sign off.
See you in the next video.
We need
That's pretty standard.
We need a sweet